guys on the team develop. Thank you, Connor. Next up is David Jang, the most persistent, resilient Titan senior. He speaks softly but carries the big stick and brings it in any and every day on the indoor or outdoor courts. He is escorted by his mom, Hong, and his favorite memory is Evan's three-point game winner versus Westmont. Next up is Erhan Carefoot. He is the go-to Titan for trust and having your back. Wherever he goes next, the university will be richer for it. Erhan is escorted by his parents, Sevgi and Dan. His favorite memory is being able to play with the team, his teammates every day. Next is Evan Dre. A four-year varsity letterman. We will be losing more than an all-league player. We'll be losing an all-state family. That family includes his mom, Marianne, his dad, Todd, and his brother, Aaron. His favorite memory is co-predicament at Lindbrook. And his favorite Coke quote is, "Don't tell me you love me, show me you love me." Next up is Jake Humble. Known as the mayor, the organizer, the silver tongue with the red top, and one of the most asked for youth clinic coaches in the area. He is escorted by his dad, Ron, and his mom, Cheryl. His favorite memory is hitting the game bucket in the Los Gatos tournament when double team is fouled and still hit the three to win. Next up is Michael O. He picks the ball and beats up like no other point guard. The hustling Titan. You will be incredibly missed. He is escorted by his mom, his dad, Sammy, and his mom, Elaine. His favorite morning practices, favorite memory is morning practices, teaching commitment and discipline while bonding with his teammates. Thank you, Michael. Next is Nick Burton. Nick runs farther and faster than any other Titan. Long distance Nick is a runner and a baller, and we will miss you greatly. He is escorted by his mom, Lily, and his dad, Scott. And his favorite memory is being a game winner in his first varsity game as a sophomore. Next up is Nick Olson. Known as the physicist, his Gunn's wearing a lab coat and brings each of Newton's laws to the basketball courts. He's escorted by his mom, Tatiana, and his favorite memory is playing against Ali. Next is Richard Wang. He is the answer man, always working on his game and asking the right questions. He is escorted by his dad, Wei Chi, and his favorite memory is hitting a game-winning buzzer beater. Last but not least is Ronso Chung. Ronso is stuck by the Titans in the beginning through injuries and rehab. A dead-eye shooter who puts his friends and team first. He is escorted by his mom, Yoon, and his sister, Seo. His favorite memory is bonding and competing with his teammates every day in practice. A big round of applause to all your Titan seniors!
Guess who's back? Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. The hype crew, the hype man, we're all here. It's been a rainy day in the city and the state of California, but nonetheless, we're ready for some basketball. Welcome back to MC Sports. I'm Judge Cantrell, and I'm here in Palo Alto, Los Altos, whatever you want to call it. And we're here at Gunn High School, February, Friday night. The famous phrase, Friday Night Lights. Let's get it on. We got a jam-packed game ahead of you. It's senior night at Gunn. Let's get ready for some basketball. The Gunn Titans will be taking on the Mountain View
Spartans.
There you go. Good job, Kieran. So we're looking for a great game. I'm going to send it over to my broadcast partner, Kieran Casa, with the lineup and strategies for the home team, Gunn.
So we got the Dunn Titans on senior night, and it's been an eventful senior night for them. They have 10 seniors. I'm just going to run through them real quick. Connor Page, David Chiang, Aaron Carefoot, Evan Dre, Jake Humble, Michael O, Nicholas Burton Nicholson, Richard Wang, and Muncie Chung. Connor Page, he's going to the United States military, so that's just a fun fact on him. But looks to be a great game as they're obviously one of the older teams in this district. I think we're going to see a lot of playing time from the seniors. Obviously their last home game, and I think it is their last game of the season. So I think we're going to see a lot of the seniors. What about you, CJ?
Well, Mountain View is similar in terms of seniors. Again, there's 10. I'll just read them off really quickly. Jack Resnick, Ming Zhao, David Chan, JD Khan, Will Smith. There's a lot of Will Smiths now. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Ian Byun, Sam Tobin, Zach Marin, Will Dominguez, and Jake Pappas. So I will expect Kevin Mack to run a lot of minutes for them, but that's basically what he's been doing all year. And a 17-4 record overall, 7-2 in league, and one of your 4 losses is to St. Francis by 8. When St. Francis is actually one of the worst teams in the WCAL, but even so, you're beating a WCAL team this year. Whatever. So I think that's going to be the same formula he's going to be using today.
Done. Well, we've got a great game coming up for you and a whole lot more. Gunn definitely looking to come out on top, try and get something going here. I want to talk about their strategies now. Let's talk about, you talked a lot about seniors. Both teams have a lot of them. And so when these seniors go off into their respective futures, of course we know one person from Gunn will be going into the military. That's cool and all, but we gotta talk about what's gonna happen with Gunn and Mountain View as a team. They're losing a lot of depth. What's gonna happen to these teams when they lose some depth in the fact that their seniors are no longer gonna be on this team? What's that gonna do to them? Will that change any of their strategies heading into next season?
Well, Judge, I normally would agree with you on that, but at this point, Coach Kevin Mack of the Spartans has just done an excellent job. He's got a very old team this year, a lot of guys, but he will have some quality guys coming back this year. Jalen Daniel Dalton, he's out there on the court right now wearing a face mask. He's done an excellent job. Andrew Bice, the 6-foot garden forward senior, has done an excellent job. Chris Gadral, there's one freshman on this whole team, Min Kant. When he's come in, he's done an excellent job in keeping the Spartans in lead. He's basically, I'm going to be honest, he's a shorter version of Steph Curry at 5'9". He's been taking baskets all year. So I think the team that he's created, even with the seniors leaving, the only big key I can see them missing is going to be the center and power forward, the 7'1", 205 senior, Will Dominguez, number 32, easily the tallest guy on both sides of the court. But I'm going to be honest, try finding a 7'1" guy on most of the West Coast. There aren't too many of them.
Yeah, definitely. Kieran, we got to talk about what's going on with Gunn. What must Gunn do to their game, to their strategic plans once these seniors are gone?
Well, this team a little younger. They have 2 freshmen in Varun Matabushi and Caden Holdbrook. So they obviously have a little more depth, and Holdbrook had himself a heck of a ball game last time we were here. He dropped about 10 coming off the bench, but I think this team will be just fine, to be honest with you.
Definitely. Well,
but Gunn really looking to turn it around. They're only 1-9 in league, 7-14 overall.
And you know, the SCVAL De Anza, you know, it's the upper division of basketball. And there are some quality teams. I mean, Mountain View this year especially. Palo Alto's usually pretty consistent, but outside of those two, and maybe Los Altos every now and then, it's kind of a group at the bottom that you need to watch out for, especially because there are some good teams in the southern half, the El Camino Conference, that I think people kind of underlook.
Definitely.
Gunn is coming off of 3 straight losses, so they really want to turn it around, don't they?
Definitely. Well, we've got 5 minutes till play.
And Gunn has one more game coming up this season. They will be at Palo Alto.
As you can see, it's like as we're going to drop the standings for you right now. Mountain View 18-4, 8-2 in league. Currently top the ranking. Cupertino 8-3 in league, 15-8 overall, second. Palo Alto in third, 7-3 in league, 13-9 overall. Homestead 5-5 in league, 13-9 overall. Los Gatos 5-5 in league, 11-11 overall. Los Altos 11-12. Kieran shaking his head. We know he's an Eagle alum, 2-9.
I'm not an alum.
Well, you're going to be an
I'm a
alum.
freshman.
You're going to be an alum, so we're just going to say you're an alum for the sake of this. And then 7-14, 1-9 in conference. That's Gunn. And of course, Gunn, the next game
At Pali.
will be at Palo Alto, the rivalry game. We've seen some, Kieran, you and I have filmed some moments between those two.
It does get heated.
And it will get heated, especially at the new Palo Alto Gymnasium. I want to say it's similar to the Carmichael Arena or the Dean Dome down in North Carolina, but you know, I don't know, man. It's high school versus college. The stuff's just completely different out there.
Definitely. Here we go. Let's get into it.
And one of the things.
Well, it's time for a new segment in the pre-show that I would like to call Three Things. It's three things that Mountain View and Gunn need to do in order to come out on top, and three things that Mountain View and Gunn should avoid so that they don't fall behind in this game. Let's start with Mountain View this time. CJ, give us the three things.
Well, the three things that Mountain View needs to do is attack the paint early. They've got a lot of height. I mean, Will Dominguez alone, 7'1", and then a lot of their seniors are over 6 foot. 6'4", Jalen Daniel Dalton, who is a junior, and he is playing a little injured right now. He got banged up in a game against Los Altos. Still tall. They've got Sam Tobin, who's 6'4", Zach Moran, who's 6'4", Jake Pappas, who's 6'2", and Yiming Zhao, who's 6 foot. They got a lot of guys who's 6 foot and over. And that's what they need. That's one thing they need to do. Number two is not get into foul trouble early. I have seen them do that in the past, and it has hurt them coming down the stretch. They've had to rest some of their guys, and it's taken a little bit off. The third thing they need to do is definitely when outside shooting, don't be afraid just because you're a tall team to shoot the rock from the outside. Now, three things Mountain View needs to avoid. They need to, step one is not underestimate the Titans. The Titans have done poor in league this year, 1-9, 7-14 overall, but this is still basketball, and one game can change it all. As Kieran and I were looking earlier, the Warriors barely beating the Suns. The Suns are not exactly what you call the greatest team. Number two is manage to be physical inside, but not allow Gunn to do it right back at them. Gunn looking a little smaller. They've got a couple of tall guys out there, but honestly, if Gunn can attack the inside physical, this could start turning into an outside shooting game. I do not know who's going to have the better chance. And the third thing Mountain View does not need to do, well, that's evidently lose. They've got the league wrapped up, but winning the last game and possibly one more would be really good heading into the CCS playoffs.
Definitely, and that's the three things on Mountain View's end. And that's the three things on Mountain View's end given to us by Mountain View native CJ. You know he's repping. Kieran, it's on you, man. Three things. What does Gunn need to do and what does Gunn need to avoid?
I say a lot of ball movement. As you see, Mountain View are bigger dudes. They need to get them on their heels. A lot of ball movement and take outside shots, as I saw last game. Humboldt, a great three-shooter.
Definitely.
And then I think to go off what CJ said, I say don't go inside. That's one thing you can't do. Your centers don't have the height advantage. I say take more outside shots. Stay away from the paint because you're a smaller team, so take advantage of that outside.
Definitely. Well, the teams are done getting warm. They're warm. We're warm. It's cold outside, but it's warm inside. The people, they're hyped. They're ready. They're pumped. It's senior night. It's a night of celebration, a night of good times, good vibes, no matter what the weather might look like outside. We're here to give you the game. Get ready. High school basketball coming up. Gunn Titans, Mountain View Spartans. It's a clash of gladiators coming up.
the Mountain View Spartans and your Gunn Titans. Starting for Mountain View, number 1, Jack Resnick. Number 23, Jalen Daniel Dalton. Number 30, Sam Tobin. Number 32, Will Dominguez. And number 33, Jake Papas. And starting for your Gunn Titans, number 21, Richard Wang. Number 30, Erhan Airfoot. Number 33, Connor Page. Number 34, Evan Dre. And number 50, Nick Olson.
Introductions are done. Senior celebration is done. The national anthem is done. The only thing that's left to do is play the game of basketball. Great game of basketball. Here we go. And here we go. Mountain View wins the tip. They're going to be bringing it up the court. They've got the ball. Jack Resnick passes it. Jack is back to Resnick.
And Resnick, he's been the big point guard. Had a couple concussions through football.
For an inside pass. Doesn't work. Deflected.
But it's
It's going
still
to be
managed
going
to
the
be
other way. Being brought up by number 21.
And that's exactly what I said in the open. He was wide open on a beautiful transition 3.
Resnick bringing it back up the court, spacing the floor. He passes it to Jalen Daniel Dalton. Dalton has it. Looking for a way inside. Dalton looking inside. Doesn't have long to shoot. Inside pass. Dalton puts it up. No good. Rebound's going to be by Gunn. Wang's going to bring it up the court.
And sloppy basketball early from Mountain View. Doing an excellent job of getting lanes, but Gunn is just forcing them to put up bad shots early.
Wang had nowhere to go that time. He's going to have to call a timeout there, and that's exactly what he did. That'll be Gunn's first timeout with a score of 2-0 early on in this first quarter.
And Karen, just a question to you. Is this what Gunn needs to do early to make sure Mountain View doesn't get into the game fast and start going from there?
Yeah. First possession, they got a steal. Next possession, it was not a great late shot clock. So I think they need to do that. Make them take bad shots late on the shot clock.
Yeah, and immediately just what I see Gunn doing is doubling down on Will Dominguez. I mean, he is the tallest guy on the court.
The inbound made by Erhan Carafoot. That's Nicholas Olsen. No good there. Good rebounded by Connor Page.
That's some sloppy
He passes
defense.
it to Wang.
Mountain View really needs to lessen the second chance opportunities for the Titans.
Evan Dre still has the ball. Wang gets it. Looking for a pass. Doesn't find it. But it'll still be Gunn's ball.
That was a great second chance. Getting his team a second chance. Dre hit the deck for his team, and there was 3 defenders around him. He ripped that one away.
Looking for someone to inbound it to. He finds Dre right at the top. Oh, Carefoot with the assist there. Resnick bringing it up. He's guarded by Wang. looking for a pass.
Dominguez getting fouled. Dominguez getting fouled, and that's something that I think Gunn's going to have to watch. Is he is so tall and so potent an inside threat, you really just cannot allow him to get inside with the ball and turn easily.
Wang looking, finds a man, no good. Resnick bringing it up the court the other way. Habas looking for a pass. He's got Redneck at the top of the key. Looks inside, passes it right back out. The shot, 3-ball.
Sam Tobin hit a couple like that against Los Altos a couple of weeks ago and was just on fire.
4-3 here. Carefoot's got the ball. Wet to Wang. Dre to Page. To Wang. Olsen. No good. Rebounded by Resnick.
I think Gunn has to just keep doing what they're doing, taking outside
Inside
shots.
shot. No good. Rebounded by Carefoot.
That's Sam Tobin going up inside, and that's not a bad idea at 6'4".
To Carefoot. Out to Olsen at the top of the key, looking inside. There's Dre again. Spin around move. Page puts it up. No good.
Nice rebound, Daniel Dalton.
Saved by Mountain View. Dalton bringing it up the court. Passes it out. The 3-ball. Good from downtown Sam Tobin. And CJ's loving it.
That's what he's been doing all year. He is an excellent outside shooter.
Wang looking for a move. Resnick heavily contesting him. Dre, Dalton on Dre. Olsen to Carefoot. To Wang. Olsen, Carefoot. Inside jumper. No good. Rebounded by Olsen. Put back up by Olsen. No good.
Sam humbled at the scorers table for the Titans, and he hit 2 big threes a couple weeks ago against Los Altos in the game that we called.
And Mountain View's finally starting to show why they're the #1 team in conference right now. Doing an excellent job starting to get the rebounds back.
Tobin inbounds to Resnick. Dalton at the top, inbounds it to Tobin. Tobin takes the inside shot, he's got it! And Tobin on fire early in this one.
All 8 points so far, and Sam Tobin, excellent job right there, managing to get inside. It's a foul call on somebody.
There was a foul called on Mountain View. Not sure who it was called on or what it was for.
Well, they called it on 31. That's Zach Moran, but Zach Moran's not on the court right now.
On the bench.
Sorry. They called it on 30. They called it on Tobin.
Dre inside to Olsen. Back up top to Dre. No. In now for Gunn is number 24. That's Ryan Sadai. My mistake. That's Jake Humble. Jake Humble now in for the Gunn Titans.
And
he took that shot.
Michael Lowe checks in for Nick Olsen.
Michael Lowe also in.
Kevin Mack not having a lot of substitutes early, mostly letting the same 5 that have done most of the dirty work this year start off and keep playing as long as they can. It's almost like the Hamptons 5 for the Dubs.
Dominguez had the ball. He passes. And there'll be a foul on the floor by Gunn. Tobin was looking for another inside shot, but Gunn reaches in. That foul's on White, 33. Coming in now, coming in for Resnick is number 21.
Yep.
Number 21, that's Chris.
Good draw.
Good draw. Dalton
He has some nice sneaker apparel right there in the lime green.
Dominguez. That's going to be a foul again on number 33, Jake Pappas.
And right now, Connor Page is really trying to get into the head of Will Dominguez. They're having to be broken up. This is starting to be tense.
Yeah, it's already getting pretty chippy.
Dominguez puts it up for 2.
The 7'1", he's gonna shoot over everybody.
Dre bringing it up. Dalton, Andre. Dre's got the ball. He passes it to Humble. Humble to Carefoot. Back to Humble. To Page. Misses. Knocked out to Michael O. To Carefoot. Looking for a shot or a pass. He gets the pass off to O. O looking for direction from his coach, Brandon Williams. Finds it, gets the ball to Carefoot, who gets it to Humble. Now back to O. Shot put up by Carefoot, no good. Dalton's gonna get the rebound.
And Humboldt looked to get the steal, but was called for a foul.
5 fouls so far for the Titans. None for the
aggressive.
The Spartans. They're gonna call traveling.
That's gonna be travel on Gujral. Travel on Gujral. So that makes it Titan ball.
And now Zach Moran and Ian Byung going to be checking in for the Spartans.
Jake Humble. And that's going to be another foul on Gujral. Humble gets the ball to Dre. Dre's got it. To Humble. Inside to Page. Page loses the ball. Humble gets it back. Looking for a pass. Doesn't find it, out of bounds. Spartan ball.
And now Mountain View's really starting to bring the tempo and really just starting to almost kind of just take control of the game early, which is what they have to be
guarded
doing.
there by Ian Byen. Ian Byen with the ball now. He gets it out. Tobin with the ball. Back to Gujral. Calling the play. Tobin at the top, guarded by Drape. Back to Gujral, who's guarded by Humble.
I gotta get something off here.
To Byen. Ian looking inside. Finds number 31 for the lay-in, Zach Moran.
And now the Spartans' height is really starting to come to their advantage.
Bringing it up, looking inside, puts it up. No foul, no good. Gujral bringing it back the other way with some speed. In the corner is Byen. He puts it up for 3. No good. Rebounded by Page. He gets the ball to Dre. And now Dre gonna take his time, bringing it up the court, slow and methodical. Page to Humble. Humble looking for a shot. Page got the jumper from the charity stripe. No good.
And Kevin Mack telling his guys, hey, slow down, slow down. We've got the lead. Play for the last shot.
Shot clock turned off.
Tobin slowing it down. Humble's guarded by him. That's going to be a reach in on Humble. Humble didn't agree with the call.
No foul. He just, it was just called tipped out of bounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are sorry for the no picture. There it comes back up. Tobin's got the ball. That'll be a foul on the floor. They're calling that on Evan Dre.
He just has such a street baller name, man. Evan Dre. It just rolls off the tongue perfectly. Yeah. Trying to find a guy on Mountain View who has a name like that. The closest one, I mean, might be Pappas, but that's just because he has a cool name. I don't know, man.
Looking for a long haul. Can't come up with it. Humble gets the ball. Bringing it back the other way, and that's going to be a foul on Mountain View.
Dominguez not happy. He's telling his coach
That's
Kevin Mack he got
Dominguez.
held.
Dominguez is frustrated with himself and with the call, but nonetheless, it's going to be Gunn's ball.
Or the no call in this case.
And I'm really, really concerned right now between Dominguez and Connor Page. They've been going at it all night. And I'm thinking that's going to
Dre's got
explode
the ball.
eventually.
Last shot. Humble. No good. So at the end of the first, the score is 12-4. Interesting first quarter to start with. Costa, what's gonna happen for Gunn?
I mean, they haven't scored since the first minute. They scored the first
Take
4.
another look at that amazing layup there by Moran.
They were up 4-0 and haven't scored since. It's now 12-4. They need to just go back to basics. They tried to go inside. Dalton got a block, and it kind of all spiraled downhill from there. They've had a couple quality looks. Humboldt, I think, needs to get hot, but I think they've just keep doing what they're doing. They've had a couple unlucky bounces, but they're taking good shots. They'll go in at some point.
And I think for Mountain View, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, 12 points so far, and only 2 fouls given up. And I think Kevin Mack's going to be really happy with that coming out of this. But the one thing he has to tell, and I think he needs to tell Will Dominguez right now is, stop. Hey, we know you're the guy. You know the tallest guy on the court. Stop being a prima donna. Play your game to your strengths. Don't stoop down to their level, even though Connor Page pretty much is doing everything shy of blocking, tackling the man.
So in for Mountain View, Gujral, Bayan, Tobin, Moran, and Dominguez. For Gunn, Page, and number 40, Nicholas Burton. Dre still out there for Gunn. And Carefoot out there for Gunn. And number 22 for Gunn, David Jiang. Dre's got the ball. He passes it out to Page. Page to Jiang to Dre. Looking inside, gets it out to Page. Page to Burton for 3. No good. Dre rebounds it, and he'll draw the foul. Beautiful play there by Dre to get inside. Has a chance to get some from the charity stripe.
And right now, Dominguez getting called his second foul, and he's starting to go. This is something Gunn need to do. It's almost like with DeMarcus Cousins. Get him out early, get Iguodala in.
And they finally hit their first points from the first minute of the ball game.
And I think it's a little unfair of me to start comparing Mountain View to the Hamptons 5, but it's the similar playing styles. It's similar playing styles to what they do, with Resnick playing the role of Curry.
Definitely. So, Evan Dre is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. Tobin on the inbound from Gujral. Gunn playing press. Burton on Gujral. He finally gets it out to Dominguez on the other side of the court. Tobin with the ball now guarded by Dre at the top of the key. Gujral guarded by Jiang. Top of the key, looking for a pass. He finds Tobin. 14 to shoot. Gets the ball off. Jumper no good. Rebounded by Evan Dre, taking it the other way. He's coming up the court with some speed. Looking for an inside pass. He finds Jiang. He loses the ball out of bounds. Mountain View ball. Not what Gunn needed there, Kieran.
And I'm a little surprised here, too, that Brandon Williams is playing the press. I think he just really wants to try to cut this lead down as quickly as he can.
Yeah,
Kieran, would you agree with me on that?
You definitely can't let this Mountain View team run away with it early. I agree with Brandon Williams' approach to keep his team in the ball game.
Definitely.
And this is something I think that other teams
benefits Gunn, Page. And that'll be a charging foul on Page.
I'm a little surprised
like that one.
And I'm surprised that was not called flagrant. That was pretty much elbows leading in, full swing.
An obvious call.
And Humble gonna come in for Page. Brandon Williams clearly sees that Page is a little heated tonight. Emotions are high. It's senior night for Gunn, so this might be the cause of all the tension and aggression. Nonetheless, the game continues. Gujral gets the ball to Tobin. He finds Jiang looking inside. No foul called.
Dominguez has sat down, by the way.
Last touch by Gunn. It'll be Mountain View ball. Last touch by Gunn. It'll be Mountain View ball.
And I believe Nick Conrad's checked in. They're going to sit Dominguez for now. So bringing in the second Hampton 5.
No, that's number 11, G-Day Coin.
J.D. Coyle, two-sport star playing football as well as the quarterback.
Inside Gujral. No good on the layup. Burton saves it. Dre coming up the court with some speed to Humble. 3-ball. No good. Dre on the rebound. Puts it back up. No good. Out of bounds. Mountain View ball.
Mountain View getting a little sloppy, as soon as Dominguez comes out.
Yeah, but if I'm Coach Williams as the Gunn coach, I'd be happy from what I saw in that possession. You got 2 quality shots. They didn't go in. But if you keep getting shots like that, getting offensive rebounds, second-hand shots, they'll go in at some
Resnick
point.
back in.
Yeah, and Coach Nijishima.
Dalton looking inside, puts the ball up, no good, gets his own rebound. Dre, however, takes it from him, gets the ball out to Humble.
And Coach Nijishima on the sidelines right there was talking to Bjorn, telling him, hey,
Burton.
do your job, get your hands up, play good defense.
Carefoot inside. Good. And that's what Gunn needed right there. They did a great job not letting Mountain View score at all in this quarter so far and put some points on the board. They're 4 points down, 8-12.
This has been a very tightly tense game. This is not like what Mountain View's been used to all year.
Dalton looking for a pass or a way inside. He gets Pappas. Dalton for the 3. No good. Pappas rebound. Looks inside for the shot. No good. And I'm not sure about that one, guys. I know we're up in the stands, but I'm pretty sure I saw a ball there. That one called on Evan Dre sends Pappas to the line for the first time tonight for 2.
And only Dre's second foul, but 8 total for the Titans so far. Mountain View's in the bonus. Any fouls now, Purin's getting them bonus shots.
Pappas good for 1. And in comes number 23 for Gunn, Wonseo Chung.
What's
So
up,
Pappas is 100%.
What's up,
from the line.
Wonseo? Love that name, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds good name.
Yeah. So he's 100% from the charity stripe tonight so far in this game. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the half. Gunn's down by 6.
But Mountain View's really had to work. This is probably the game where Mountain View really has had to work the most.
For 3. Go! Carefoot with 3 points.
And Gunn's still pressing, even though they've gotten into a 1-possession ball game.
Even 1 possession, Coach Williams really
Dalton
wants to try to get that lead down to 0.
To Pappas. Dalton in the corner. He's got Moran. Moran loses the ball. Gunn didn't touch it. It'll be Gunn's ball.
Dominguez still on the bench. CJ, when do you think they're going to bring him back? Because now it's gotten a bit closer than they would have
Now it's
liked.
got a bit closer. Kevin Max really got to get the guys fired up and tell them, hey, we know the season's essentially closed out.
Humble inbounded to Dre.
But you really, really need to focus up now.
Dre
This
gives
is not a
it
team
to
you want to
Burton.
lose to.
Carefoot guarded by Pappas. Dre guarded by Dalton. Looking inside. Got it! And that'll be a timeout called by Mountain View. Gunn's got some life here late in the second quarter. And can you hear this ruckus Titan crowd? They're telling Mountain View to talk it over. Mountain View called a timeout after Gunn went on a spree of nonstop points. Mountain View, however, has only put up 2 points this entire quarter. Something has sparked.
Too.
Something has
No
sparked.
buckets. And Dominguez, you saw during that timeout, gave a nod to the score. He'll be coming back into the ball game.
And I know, and here's the thing. I've watched the game. The hardest game I
They're
think.
shooting
The hardest
in
game.
the bonus.
In the bonus, anyway. The hardest game I've seen this year for Mountain View was when they played St. Francis. But even in that, when they lost by 8 points, it wasn't tight. St. Francis led most of the game, and Mountain View just clawed back, made it close, and then St. Francis blew it open at the end. But this is the hardest I've had to see Mountain View fight all year.
What was once an 8-point game of 4-12 has now turned into a 1-point game, 13-14. Mountain View leads in the Titans State Arena. Tobin's got the ball. He passes it to Dalton up top. Dalton takes the tray. He's got it.
Maybe it's the lime green shoes.
17-14, 2-possession game. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. Burton's got the ball up top. He gives it to Carefoot.
And as you can see,
Back to Burton, who's guarded by Pappas. Dalton on Dre. Dre looking inside, finds Chung, who finds Burton, takes the jumper. No good, air ball, in fact.
and as you can see, Kevin Max put all 5 starters back in.
Resnick, of course, back in.
Foul
And even
on
though
the
it's not on your
Titans.
screen, but you can tell Kevin Mack, head coach, and his assistant head coach talking to Resnick and Pappas, telling them what to do after these free throws are taken. So this is Sam Tobin from the line. He's good. I think this is his first time at the line tonight, maybe
Yep.
First or second, yeah. And right there, you can see Kevin Mack and Doug Nijishima, the assistant coach, both talking.
Nonetheless, he makes both free throws.
And
It's now 18-13.
And it's single bonus, so first shot, it's called a 1-and-1. First shot, if you make it, you get another.
Humble's got the ball. He finds Chung. Chung looking for a pass. Still has dribble. Burton looking inside, loses the ball. Miscommunication there. Miscommunication there causes Burton to lose the ball. But there's going to be a foul on Tobin on that one. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be Tobin's second foul of the night. But Mountain View's fourth. Gunn has 9 fouls in this first half alone.
That's something Gunn cannot afford to do, is let
Dre,
foul trouble
jumper,
hit them.
gets it. 2 for Gunn. 15-18, 1 possession game. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Dalton to Tobin for 3. No good. Rebounded by Gunn. Carefoot's going to take it up. Dalton playing some sort of press. Humble's got the ball. Sloppy pass. Burton gets it nonetheless. Dre looking inside, doesn't get it. Rebound by Mountain View. Tobin bringing it back up with some speed. Gets it out to Dalton. Dalton to Tobin. Tobin to Resnick.
Wow.
Pappas
And Gunn doing everything
inside
pretty much
to
to give.
Dominguez. That's 2 for Mountain View. Dominguez has got some points.
And Humble was doing everything there to prevent Dominguez getting open, but he's just enough height to shoot over him in the end.
Carefoot
Yeah.
looking for a way inside, loses the ball. That's the 3rd time.
I think they need to do more of that.
Burton
Oh!
blocked. Dre, he's got it. Nice move. No good, however. Carefoot gets the rebound. Humble, 3. No good. Carefoot rebound. Doesn't get all of it. Resnick will get the rebound. Full court press now. Sean gets the ball back to Carefoot. Good.
And that's what they've been doing all night, getting chance after chance. That was a 6th chance bucket right there.
And that's going to be another foul called on Gunn. Their 10th of the half.
Which should now be double bonus, so it's 2 shots no matter what.
Yeah, Gunn's now reached the point of no return. They cannot recklessly foul now. 4-point game so far. Now he has a chance to start really pulling ahead.
Tobin makes 1 of 2. And in for Burton comes Richard Wang, the starter. And Tobin still perfect from the line. Dre bringing it up. 1.5 minutes to go. 2-possession game theoretically if Gunn can get off 2 3-points. Humble looking for a pass. Tipped by Resnick. Gun ball with 1 minute 22 seconds left in the half. If you're just joining us, you missed quite an interesting first half. The score 17-23. Mountain View leads. Gunn with the ball. Wang looking inside. Be sure to stay tuned for our halftime show coming up for you. Recapping the first half. Chung, and I believe that was a timeout on Gunn's half. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna talk about this. Well, we have a little more than a minute as you take a look at this amazing replay. That was the second chance of many second and third chances that Mountain View's defense have given Gunn. they really need to start being a little more aggressive on the defensive rebound front. They're great when it comes to offensive rebounds, but they need to just do a little something more on defense.
That's definitely true. Mountain View's been giving up way too many rebounds lately. And I think it's starting to cost them a lot because, you know, if you get the rebound, second chance points, and Gunn's been doing excellent. They've gotten so many rebounds as you're looking at Mountain View. I mean, they're just letting offensive rebounds on that side go, defensive rebounds on this side go. And if I'm Coach Kevin Mack, I'm really going to start telling the guys, hey, you guys got to clamp down on that or you guys are going to be losing.
Shot clock at 7.
Dre's got the ball at the top. He's guarded by Resnick. Dre inside. And that's going to be a foul. And if you look at the bottom of your screen and now look dead center, Kevin Mack is upset. The bench is upset. They did not like that call one bit. It sends Dre to the line for 2.
And Mack better be careful. Ref giving him a warning. He's on his way to a technical. You'll sometimes see Popovich or Kerr get that, you know, just to get fire their team up a little.
That's one for Dre. Well, that's how much the game means to these players and these coaches on the court. And same for the refs. They ref and they officiate because they love this game. So that'll be 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Dre overall is about 70% from the charity stripe. Resnick gets the ball to Dominguez. Dominguez looks inside. That'll be an offensive foul on Mountain View. It'll be going the other way with less than a minute left to go in the half. It's a 5-point game, 18-23. And I'm pretty sure Mountain View's going to go into halftime with the lead.
And Pappas cannot believe that was a foul. I didn't really see much.
I didn't
I'm wondering what they were calling. They're saying it's offensive, but I didn't see what it was.
I don't know. Probably a holding or a tugging of the jersey. Nonetheless, it's Gunn's ball with Kerfoot at the top. Burning seconds away on the clock. Shot clock still rolling. About a 10-second difference between the shot and game clock. 30 seconds left in the half. Stolen by Resnick. Going the other way with 28 seconds left to go. Mountain View ball.
Shot clock turned off now. And do you think they'll hold for last shot and just get the first shot?
Oh, definitely. If you can go in with a 3 with no time left on the clock, and you just that's just bearing a dagger.
It deep in the backfield. Well, I should say backcourt. This isn't football, guys. But nonetheless.
Judge, it's the deep back of something.
That's exactly right. And that's another foul on Pappas, and Pappas cannot believe it. You can see him trying to communicate with his coach over on the sideline. He can't believe it.
Yep.
Kevin Mack can't believe it. That sends Wang to the line, and the Titans are now in single bonus, but it doesn't matter as there's only 17 seconds left to go in this half.
But now if he misses this one, the Spartans could get a transition 3 to extend their lead.
He gets it.
Transition 3, Kieran. I don't think so.
Well, we'll see who's going to end up being right at the end of this half. Wang, 1 for 2. 50% from the line. 19-23. 10 seconds left. Pappas has got the ball. Tobin with the ball, puts it up, no good.
Kevin Mack not happy at all about that possession.
Well, that's gonna do it for the first half. At the end of the first, the score, Titans 19, Mountain View Spartans 23. Ladies and gentlemen, what a first half we experienced. Well, I mean, let's talk about it. First quarter out the gate, Gunn scores 4 points, right? But then they can't get anything going, and that lets the Spartans come out and score 12 unanswered points. Gunn couldn't do anything about it.
You know, that's definitely true, and I think it was at the start, you know, Gunn's still going, hey, this is the #1 team. They're really going to have to, it's like, hey, they had to kind of get their feet wet and go, hey, we can't play with these guys. And Mountain View just kind of took advantage of it. And, Kieran, I'm going to ask you this. I think once you got the second quarter, it flipped. Gunn's like, hey, we can start playing with these guys. We're only down 8 after 1.
Definitely. But in the second half, this flame is lit under the behinds of gun of this Titan team, and they come back stronger than ever. They go on a 6-8 point run, you know, and they make it a close game. They make it 13-14 at one point in the second half. Nonetheless, the Spartans still have the lead going into the halftime, but the Spartans for a long time and for most of the second quarter did not score. Kieran, that drastically changed the game, and it benefited a lot for Gunn. And let's talk about those fouls that we experienced. Multiple fouls, especially on Gunn's end.
Yeah, so Gunn had a great, I thought Gunn has played a solid game. The first quarter, nothing was going for them, and now they get the second chance, third chance looks, and now they start falling, and this gets them right back in the game. The fouling, I agree with you, is the one issue. Got them into double bonus, and take away the 4 points they scored off bonus free throws in the second quarter, and we have ourselves a tie game.
Definitely. Well, there's the graphic, ladies and gentlemen. February 8th, 2019 at Gunn High School in Palo Alto, California. The score, the Mountain View Spartans 23, the Gunn Titans 19. It's halftime, and it's senior night. We'll be back in 5 to 6 minutes to recap again an amazing first half of play. I'm Judge. This is Kieran. That's CJ. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, MC Sports proudly brings to you the finest commentating crew in the world. The bad man, Kieran Costa, the hype man, CJ, the inspirational, sensational Judge Cantrell. We're back.
And it's only been 10 minutes.
That felt good.
That felt very good.
I'm not going to lie.
Great.
It felt really good. Anyway, back to gameplay. What an interesting first half it was. At the end of it, we're getting back into action now. The score, 23-19. Let's get right back into the action. They're not ready. They're ready, so we're ready too. Looking for an inside pass. This Pappas doesn't work. Trey gets the ball. He's got it up top. Looking for a man. He finds Page. Page to Olsen. Wang. Olsen. To Wang. To Carefoot. Carefoot fights for it. Can't get up. Looking for a pass.
Shot clock violation went up
Shot
before the
clock's
jump
gonna
ball.
go out. And if you look at the bottom left of your screen, Brandon Williams is confused. He was looking for a jump ball or something, but instead the shot clock runs out. He didn't like that one bit.
Good job by Mountain View, especially, managing to, get that shot clock violation. They really had the problems going in early. And I think Kevin Mack really just told him, hey, this is what you guys got to do. Play your game.
Definitely. Carefoot Dre gets the rebound. My mistake, excuse me. Dre. So Dre brings it back up. Wang's got the ball. Gets it to Olsen.
And
to Dre.
Still running a 2-3 defense. And I don't know. It's a standard defense run by a lot of high schools. Very easy to teach, but I think that Kevin Mack might want to change it up with the way Gunn's been doing. Scoring inside. Might want to switch up to a man or a 1-3 or a 1-2-1 or a 2-1-2 zone.
All right, here we go. Wang at the top of the key, guarded by Tobin. Carefoot guarded by Dalton. Page with the screen, stolen by Pappas. Looking to have a better first half. Better second half, excuse me. Dominguez gets
seriously,
more.
man, 7-1. You're just showing all 7'1" of you right there, man. So easy, just powering down,
Dre.
scoring again.
To Carefoot, who gives it to Olsen. He passes it to Dre, to Page, to Wang. Swinging it around now with Gunn. They finally take a shot. No good. Olsen looking for an offensive rebound. He tries to fight for it, but at the end, it'll be Mountain View ball.
I think his foot was on the line when he dove for the ball, and then when he had control, he was still out of bounds.
Resnick back in. Who gives it to Pappas, who gets it to Dalton. The pass is tipped, but Tobin gets it, looks inside.
Scoop shot was good idea. It's just, I don't know if it really was the good idea then.
Dre to Page,
Mac
to Olsen, Jimmy, go!
And Mac really wanted the foul on the last play leading up to the Gunn score. And he didn't get it, and he's starting to get pissed.
2-possession game now for Gunn. Tobin looking for a shot, doesn't get it. Olsen.
Arguably, this is the worst I have seen Mountain View play since they played St. Francis.
And they're still up 4, that's the thing.
They're still up 4, but this is not the same Mountain View team.
And Dre will be called for travel, and Brandon Williams is upset. Look, the thing about these coaches, guys, is they coach with passion and heart and drive. So when they see a call that they don't like, they make sure they are heard. That's what this game means to them. As Tobin's got it up top, he's guarded by Dre. Dalton. Jalen Dalton guarded by Connor Page. Connor Page. Resnick swings it. Good ball movement coming from Mountain View as we discussed. And an on-the-floor foul. A push by Gunn. So Pappas on the inbound.
And I believe right now, should Mountain View win out, beat Gunn tonight, and win their last game, I believe they would be going to the open division.
Three ball is good from Sam Tobin. He's been a monster for this Mountain View offense.
Hey, who won the three-point shooting contest last year?
Not sure.
I don't know. We need to look that up.
Devin Booker. There's your answer.
Any comparisons right there?
No.
No? All right. Devin Booker's better.
Thought so. Page. They're going to give him 2. They're going to give him 2.
There we go, boys.
They're going to give him 2 for that one. His foot was on the line. Page will get 2. It's a 5-point game.
Hey, Devin, you just got showed up by a high schooler.
Pappas.
You're welcome.
I'm afraid because he's in town tonight.
Oh, it's even better.
Resnick at the top. He's guarded by Carefoot. He finds a way to get it out. 3-ball, no good from Sam Tobin.
The bench really wanted that one. They were all on their feet.
That would just have given him a big energy boost, too.
Definitely. Bench points do help. Olsen, no good. Air balls it. Pappas on the catch. Takes it all the way inside, makes it look easy.
And this is the Mountain View we're used to seeing these last few minutes.
So Brandon Williams will call his first timeout of the half. He wants to relook some things as things are starting to slip away for this Gunn Titans team. The score, 30-23, little more than 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And I think Brandon Williams just wants to get his guys to go and say, hey, just remember, you have cut the lead down, you can cut the lead down again. Meanwhile, on the other side of it, I think Kevin Mack's really going to have to look and tell his guys, listen, keep building because Gunn's coming right at you.
Definitely.
Notice Kieran's been a little silent tonight. Kieran, got any comments?
I mean, as I said earlier, this is the Mountain View you know and I know and we all know because the last few minutes it's been just dominant. They've scored the last 4 points with bucket, steal, bucket, and then this is the defense that we're used to seeing.
This is the game ball. You know what I think it is? I think it's because, you know, it's not a Los Altos team. He doesn't really have much to say Therefore,
dude.
we don't really, you know.
They still had to play a good Cupertino team and a good Palo Alto team. Also, is there a wolf infestation? I kept hearing howling during the timeout.
I think that's absolutely right.
Is there a wolf infestation somewhere, man?
No, it's all jokes here, guys.
We got to get some exterminators in here.
And no, it's all jokes here, guys. All love here. Just giving Kieran a hard time as play resumes. Humble back in the game. Olsen to Carefoot to Dre to Olsen from the charity strike. Doesn't go in, bounces out.
Wasn't very charitable then, yeah.
Nothing there at all.
Here we go!
Yeah, let's go! Dominguez comes in.
Hey man, 7'1", just gonna show out right there.
Looking like Tim Duncan, doing what Boogie Cousins couldn't and making the dunk.
Hey dude, if he's Tim Duncan, did he steal the Duncan right out of Dunkin' Donuts?
Evan Dre responds with 2 points of his own. It's now a 7-point game still. Mountain View has Tobin for 2 more. Mountain View has not gone up by more than 8 points in this game. They've never had a double-digit lead. If they can get a stop here and turn it into points, they just might have the first double-digit lead of the night. But Dre looking to make up for it, and that'll be a foul on the floor. Charging in was Dre. It'll be Mountain View ball.
And Resnick took it pretty hard there. I'm gonna say this, it's a good idea that Mac's subbing him out. Jack Resnick has had 3 concussions, all from playing football. Sorry, say back. 2 from football, 1 from basketball, so I think Mac is doing the right job. Any type of contact near his head, he really needs to get him out.
Well, here's a change. That was Gunn's first foul of the night. The Spartans have 2 fouls. Very different half from the first here already. Humble looking for a way inside. Page trying to set the screen, doesn't quite work out. Page has got it at the top, guarded by Gujral. Dre, guarded by Pappas. Humble, guarded by Tobin. Olsen with some room, no good. Pappas gets the rebound, got some speed. Gujral to Moran. Inside to Dominguez, looking for 2 again, doesn't get it. Rebounded by Gunn. Humble's got the ball. Dre.
Under a minute to go here in the third.
Olsen's got it. To Humble, risky pass there to Dre. Dre, no good, but an offensive rebound. And I believe there is a foul on Pappas again. His first in this half, 3rd foul for Mountain View. Foul on the floor, Carefoot looking to inbound it. He does, gets it to Dre. Dre gets it back out to Carefoot. Carefoot puts it up the top to Olsen, who swings it to Humble. Back to Carefoot looking inside. Back to Olsen. To Dre. Got a lane. Good! 27-34. 7-point game. Gujral looking inside. No good, and there will be a late foul called.
And it's offensive.
Here's offensive. Gujral be called with charging. There you see the score. 4 fouls now for this Mountain View Spartans team.
I think Gujral wants to know how it's charging. I will say the feet were set, but even still, sometimes it's where he is.
The Titans have about 11 seconds, well, about 1 second to inbound it, but you can see Mountain View playing press, so they don't want to spend a lot of time trying to get the ball inbounded because they don't have a lot of time to get a shot off before the quarter.
Dominguez sits down to get a breather, 10 seconds plus the quarter break.
Trying to get it across the half court. They do. Gets it out to Dre. Shot. No good. Nelson looking to try and put it back up. Doesn't get there in time. As you take another look at this monstrous slam from Will Dominguez. And you can see they're giving away some t-shirts to the student section. Guys.
Man, I want a t-shirt now, man. You're showing us some t-shirts.
Just a little bit.
You're showing
Guys,
us some t-shirts.
You guys should have seen me out there. I almost hit a half-court shot. I was close. I was close. They stopped it before I could get it, but I was close. There, oh, well, if you looked just for a quick second.
I want a Gunn senior t-shirt even though I'm a freshman at Los Altos.
And I'm a senior at a homeschooled place, but the Narwhals are the best mascot ever, so I don't know.
Look,
who wants
top of your screen right there in the purple on the benches. You can barely see her now, sort of, but that is one of the fine teachers at my school, Eastside College Prep. There she is standing up right there, purple t-shirt. Standing up right there, setting that girl down to go get a t-shirt. Right there.
And they're hitting the deck for sweatshirts.
Definitely.
There's a straight fight going on.
But there are some Eastside strong here. There are some Eastside alumni and some Eastside teachers here. So the high school fever is strong in Gunn Arena, in Titan Arena tonight.
By 7 as we head into the fourth quarter.
Game resumes. Humble with the ball. He's guarded by Resnick. Gets it to Page. Page has been an aggressive one all night long. Dre, who probably has more minutes than anybody on this team, gets it. Humble.
That's exactly what they needed to get themselves back in it. Two-possession game again.
Great assist there by Evan Dre to get Humble the three.
And all the outside shots I've noticed have come when Dominguez were on the bench.
Yeah. And I think it's because Dominguez, without his height guarding, it's just they can get a little more space, get the three up easier. I mean, it's the same strategy you'll see when a team plays small in the NBA. They're just gonna slack off and allow the three a little more.
Definitely.
And we're being joined by some moderately high-class people here now.
Definitely. Look, we still got an entire quarter to play. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. With ease, Moran lays it in.
Just too easy. Moran had an easy lane. If he'd missed, I know in Russia they would have sent him back to the gulag.
Definitely. Funny you say that. I'm learning about that right now in history. It's hilarious.
In what, 6th grade?
Whatever, kid. And that'll be a charging foul there. That'll be Gunn's third foul of the night. Gunn's third foul of the night. Or third foul in the half.
I say third foul of the night's like more like 15.
Yeah, definitely. Well, 13 if you include the 10 fouls in the first half. But nonetheless, it's a 2-possession game still. Technically, 2 to 3 possession game. 30 to 36. Mountain View still has the lead.
The Gunn really
Resnick looking inside. He was guarded by Michael O that time, guys, and guess what? It was literally one-on-one. Michael O's number is 1. Resnick's number is 1. Do the math. 1-on-1.
It's 2.
That's still 1-on-1. Nonetheless, let's get back to the game. Mountain View inbounds the ball. Resnick, guarded by Michael O, swings it out to Dalton. Dalton looking for a shot, making moves, gets the shot off.
Brandon Williams can't believe it.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it at all. There you go, there he is, arguing the play is the ref and Brandon Williams.
He's pointing at us and asking for a replay, man. You don't see that in a lot of sports.
He's not pointing at us, he's pointing at his die.
He's pointing at our vicinity. Come on, give us a break.
That'll be no good. And you know the old saying, guys, the ball don't lie.
Neither does the videotape.
Maybe. Jalen Dalton, 1 for 2 tonight from the charity stripe. Michael Burton back in the game, or Nicholas Burton, excuse me. Michael O. now back in the game, guarded by Dalton. A little mismatch there. Michael O on Dalton, height difference as you can see. Nice dime of a pass by Michael O. Humble, looking for a shot. Burton, no good, rebounded.
They needed
by
that
Moran.
one.
7-point game.
You know, front iron miss. It was a good shot, though. Had space. Had
Dalton.
plenty of space.
Inside is Moran, guarded by Humble. Tobin!
Again, Sam Tobin is the man. Outside shots like there is no tomorrow. I'm loving it.
9-point game. Mountain View looking for a defensive stop and then an offensive gain to get a double-digit lead, the first double-digit lead of the night with 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in this game. The Titans need to start rallying. Dre misses. But I'm pretty sure.
They're going to call foul on the ground. I did see something about push on the ground, I believe.
Yep.
Black 31. So both teams have 5 fouls in the second half. That last foul was on that man, Moran.
And Gunn running some sort of, I don't know, it's like
Young back in the game.
I mean, Kieran, what would you call that? It's a quick playoff screen.
Yeah, I'm not like a.
Dre to Page. Page, go! For 2. Page again gets a long range 2. His foot was on the 3-point line, just a little farther back, and he would have had 3 points for Gunn.
But
Still
Gunn,
a 7-point game.
But Gunn's not going away, and I think this is really going to start wearing on Mountain View soon, unless.
No good.
And he got his
Offensive
own
rebound.
rebound. A huge hustle play there.
Ian Byen back in the game. Resnick to Moran to Byen. Looking inside to Tobin.
That might be the day.
I need to get him more highlight reel clips. He's on fire again. And I don't know why Kevin Mack's calling a timeout right then. That's surprising me slightly.
Definitely.
That is surprising me very much.
Great time. And this Titan staff back at it again, pleasing the student section of Titans Arena.
Lots of extra apparel, I think, especially this last home game.
I saw a hat fly.
I saw a couple beanies. I want to get out
Yeah.
there. I literally want to run across the court and just snag something now, man.
Honestly, you know.
Just sprint across everyone. You see this little, the short dude. What's that? All of a sudden, ha!
Hey, he threw it backwards.
Well,
only in high school basketball do you see this, Judge.
yeah,
I don't even see it when you watch college games.
yeah. That's fantastic. The high school basketball experience is something like I've never seen before.
You see that all the time at games.
Yeah.
I don't go to enough, all right? Give me a break. The last game I went to was a Stanford women's game where they kicked, who were they playing? I think it was Long Beach.
I sat courtside for the Warriors game against the Sacramento Kings one time.
I went to the Warriors-Blazers game this year where Kevin Durant missed a wide-open jumper to win it in OT.
That's embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah, I was cheering for the Blazers.
Nonetheless,
But it was the Kings, so it doesn't matter, Judge.
yeah. I met Zach Randolph.
Oh my God. Okay, now that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, cool it was. But let's get back to the action. It's gonna be Mountain View ball.
Jake Humble checks in for David James.
think Coach Brandon Williams is trying to get all the seniors in now.
Pappas looking for a pass to Tobin.
Why not?
Jumper!
Oh, and he brought out the arrow. He brought out the little arrow there.
All right, Fernando
And
Rodney.
it's now a double-digit lead, the first of the night, 13-point game. And this game is starting to pull away from the Titans. Jumper from Dre, no good. Mountain View rebounds.
And this little run to blow it open came with Dominguez sitting on the bench. He hasn't played any of this fourth quarter.
I don't think he needs to at this point. He's doing so well. Team's doing fine without him.
Dre looking for a pass. Looking for something inside. Olsen with the three! Or no, a two.
And they've had a lot of very deep jumpers. And I'm surprised as Kevin Mack calling another timeout. He's called two in just a short span. They've had a double-digit lead.
And I think it's just more he's trying to get his guys back into it because they're basically trading blows at this point. And it's I think for him it's just at this point it's more of a mental thing than anything else.
Yep. But okay, so it's an 11-point game to the Titans. Just under like 2:30, I think, to go. How do you see this one finishing out? Yeah.
Back in it with a couple of bombs, but at this point, you don't know.
Matabushi and Holdbrook, the two freshmen you were talking about. Yeah, they both had sensational nights a couple weeks ago when we were here.
Resnick and Michael O. Still don't understand why you guys don't get my one-on-one joke, but nonetheless, the game continues. Resnick's got the ball. Michael O's on him. He drives it inside with such ease.
Smooth and a couple of nice moves to go along with that.
Mountain View playing full court press now. Michael O's got the ball. Michael O looking inside, thinks about it, passes it out to Tumble. He misses the three. Mountain View rebounds. Pappas to Dalton, looking for the Alabama all-out.
That didn't
But
really
it was
work,
no good.
dude. That didn't really work.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're going to have a dunk of the week and a fail of the week. All right, I like it. I nominate anyone up for top 10 fails of the week right there, boys?
DeMarcus Cousins is missed dunk against the Suns.
All right, we'll do that at one as well.
Trey rebounds. (34-48). Trey to Olsen, the jumper, good.
They need to start getting some threes, though. They're still down.
It looks like this might be all she wrote for Gunn versus Mountain View, guys.
Yep.
Pappas. Michael O looking for the steal there. Humble gets it. Michael O to Olsen to Carefoot. Three ball, no good.
And that
Pappas to Dalton. going to be a late foul called on Humble. Jake Humble, I think that is. Yes. The senior this year. So he'll definitely be a major asset to whatever college he decides to go to in their basketball program.
Well, should he decide to continue playing? I mean, he's done very well. Him and Sam Tobin both. And I know Dominguez is going to be looking somewhere.
Yeah.
But at the same time, some of these guys, you know, they do really well and then they just decide we're done.
Olsen, another Jimmy, no good this time. Humble tips it back in. Humble in the corner, pump fake, puts it up, 3, no! Dalton, Pappas taking their time, picking apart this Gunn defense.
Shot clock turned off, and I think that's going to do it.
Listen, this was a great game. This was one of the better games of the season. I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed calling it with you guys. It was great. I had a great time. You can't take nothing away from Gunn, and you gotta give everything to Mountain View. What looked like a rocky start turned out to be an incredible finish. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the final of this varsity high school basketball game. At the end of this one, the score is 48-36. The Mountain View Spartans win it. They'll go 8-and their record at the end of this one will go 18-4, a solid record.
19-4. They actually had a
19-4.
19-4, 9-2 in conference. That's pretty good.
Great game. Well, let's recap real quick. First out the gate, first quarter, it was a bang, it was a smash. Gunn puts up 4 easy points, but can't answer the 12 points that Mountain View started to put up. It was just incredible.
Yep.
It was absolutely incredible. But second quarter, Gunn comes back. A fire is lit under them, and they just get rolling. And for a long part of the second quarter, Mountain View couldn't do anything, CJ. They had nothing to do. They had nothing against the powerful offensive Gunn. They couldn't stop it.
Well, even still with that, you know, Gunn really was in this game most of the time. Now, I'm more surprised of the fact that, you know, Mountain View didn't put Gunn away as quickly as they had been doing most of the year.
Now, let's talk about that third quarter. It was different. It was different, and it was evenly matched. It was pretty mellow. It was pretty mellow throughout the most of it, but it started to slip away. Gunn started to, you know, lose
Last
steam.
minute and a half, Mountain View went on a bit of a run and then started that into the start of a fourth and then just slowed the tempo down for the last couple minutes.
Definitely played it to their pace. It was slow and methodical, and it was all planned out. Kevin Mack did a great job coaching this Mountain View team, and you can't take anything away from Brandon Williams and his coaching staff. Well, that's going to do it for us, guys. It was great. Thank you for joining us. I'm Judge Cantrell, Kieran Costa, CJ Rulo. Thank you so much for an incredible season, and we'll be back fall of this year. You stay tuned. You keep believing. We're out.